I'm Denise Phillip, Content Analyst for Njirati.com, and we're coming live to you from the African Utility Week studio. And there is quite an interesting and exciting partnership that has just been formed, and that is between EON Consulting, Analysys Mason, and Iberdrola. And with us, we've got Bertha Dlamini from EON Consulting. Thanks for joining us. And we've got Sacha Meckler from Analysys Mason.
Glad to be here.
And you will be speaking, I suppose, on behalf of representing the views of Iberdrola as well here.
I'll do my best.
Let's talk about what each, this partnership was announced yesterday. Let's start with you, Bertha. What does this partnership mean?
Sure. EON Consulting is a multidisciplinary consulting firm in South Africa. We have been in we were established 17 years ago. We have delivered a lot of solutions in the energy sector for utilities, for electricity distributing municipalities, and we have a lot of local energy sector understanding and knowledge and competency. One of our commitments has been to bring best practice to the market, and so the partnership with Iberdrola and Analysys Mason gives us access to expertise in smart energy solutions and technologies in smart energy solutions, including in telecommunications, which the combination of the three brings a unique competency to the utility space in South Africa.
Right, and Sacha, if you want to speak on behalf of your company and Iberdrola?
Yes, so Analysys Mason has over 30 years of experience in telecommunications and technology consulting. We also cover areas of Internet of Things, IoT, as well as smart cities and smart energy. We're bringing this sort of high-level view that benefits from a lot of the learning and experience that has been developed in developing countries and in developed economies to try and leverage them and customize them for the South African market. Our view is one to support the consulting and the innovation angle, whereas Iberdrola brings its very significant and heavyweight experience as a global utility in terms of their delivery capability. For example, they currently have more than 7.5 million smart meters deployed in Spain alone.
Right. Let's get back to you, Bertha. What challenges will this partnership completely obliterate now? You know, how do you see yourselves moving forward now?
Well, there's quite a lot of challenges that the South African market is experiencing. A lot of the utilities are looking at how they can diversify their sources of energy, how they can integrate renewables onto the grid, and they're looking for smart solutions to enable them to deliver that. And so the combined skills or the combined competencies between Iberdrola, Analysys Mason and EON will enable us to work in partnership with utilities and to help them resolve and meet their energy objectives. They have objectives to produce clean energy. They have objectives to create universal access to energy. They have the objective to ensure that they are in line with the emerging trends in the energy space, connectivity. And so we will be able to not only bring solutions that are customized for the South African market, but we'll also be able to transfer skills and create capability within utilities to ensure that the solutions that we deliver as a combined force are sustainable and they can realize the results on a long-term basis.
And Sacha, from your point of view, any particular opportunities, specific opportunities that Iberdrola and Analysys perhaps saw in this particular partnership?
Well, I think the reality is solving some of these complex power issues and energy issues is not as simple solution as picking a single vendor or a single piece of technology. One really needs to understand the local context, which is why we're partnering with EON, but also bring experience from best practice internationally, where we have learned what works in certain scenarios, what works in other scenarios, and how you really leverage that to bring about sustainable change. It's not a simple process, and this is why we've brought together best practices and experience from across the spectrum.
Bertha, when are we going to see the first a lot of results coming out of this partnership?
projects on the go currently, or are those still on the shelf at the moment?
We expect that we'll pursue a number of opportunities in the market. There are projects that we're currently working on, which we unfortunately cannot divulge at the moment. But definitely the South African market, even the Southern African market, presents a lot of opportunities. If you look at how many people need access to electricity, and so that's why there is this drive to create universal access to electricity. Our combined skills will enable utilities to meet that objective. So we expect that we'll be able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities that are currently available in the market. Most so, we'll be bringing best practice, track record. Iberdrola, as Sacha has said, has delivered over 7 million installations of smart solutions. And that is what we need, a proven track record that is not necessarily depending on one specific technology. So we'll be able to customize for the environment.
Sacha, what's your opinion on the African market? I mean, should there be more opportunities like these, more opportunities where companies, especially overseas companies and local companies are partnering up? Is there more opportunity for that?
Well, certainly there is. I mean, I think the idea and the concept of collaboration within a competitive context, of course, is a very important one, and is one that you're seeing emerging a lot more strongly, especially with the internet and technology becoming so prevalent. Bringing together of different skills and capabilities, we certainly think will work for us. It is obviously something that doesn't come without an investment. So putting together a partnership like we have done has taken a significant amount of time and work, but we think that investment in building the right kinds of partnerships, the right kinds of solutions is absolutely critical.
Fantastic. Well, thank you to you both for joining us today and launching the, letting us take part in this launch. And all the best to all three companies. I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot of news going forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Denise from Engerati.com.